Hello, I'm Luke, the Hard Times Guy. It's the middle of March and it's coming up on my 76th birthday, and I thought today I'd have a little discussion with you about getting old. And I got three of my great-grandsons over here, and maybe we'll get their perspective. Do what?
You are old. Yeah, you are old. You've been old since I've known you.
Yeah, right. And it's getting worse. I can't run, can't touch my toes, can't reach behind me and tuck my shirt tail in the back. There's other things that I'm about not able to do back there. It's even more important than that. Necessary things. My neck hurts all the time. My back hurts. This shoulder right here bothers me all the time. Can't sleep because of it. Can't do a lot of things. Don't play golf anymore. Even my hair. My hair's getting old. Doesn't act like it used to. It's stiff and cranky. Goes every which way. I can't get it straightened out. I can't get it to do anything. What?
You should shave your head, but not your beard.
Don't shave my beard. Why not?
You need to hide your turkey neck with your beard.
Yeah, let's move on. The other thing that's happening to me, farting.
Farting? He means farting. F-A-R-T-I-N-G. Farting. Oh!
Yes, passing gas. Tell you a little story about a hunting trip. 1977. Me and my buddy Bill Roberts, we went on a hunting trip to Iowa. Centerville, Iowa, I think it was. We went there and we intended to hunt pheasant and quail. And while we was there, we ran into some people from Bedford out there. Yeah, isn't that a coincidence? That far away from home. Ran into Bud Fields, two of his uncles. Bud was 2 or 3 years older than me, and maybe 4. He had 2 of his uncles with him. One of his name was Laverne. Can't remember the other one's name. They were in their late 60s. Maybe one of them was 70. They were out there quail hunting, and we ran into them one evening and at a restaurant eating, and they told us they'd been across the state line into Missouri, and the quail hunting was real good there. Bill and I decided to go down there and go quail hunting the next day, and we did. And while we were down there, we were driving around, and we flushed a road covey driving down the road, and Bill wanted to jump out and go get him. I said, no, I see a house up there. Let's go up there and get permission first. Don't want to get run off. So we went up there, and there was an old man there. And I say old man, he probably wasn't as old as I am now, but 1977, I was 30 years old, so this looked pretty old to me then. An old man there, and he's skin of bones. And stand there in the driveway, and we pulled up there, and we said, we just drove through some property down there in the bottoms, and we wondered if you could tell us who owns it. He said, I do. He didn't look like he owned a pot to pee in, but he said, I own all this ground around here. Down through there, up a hill there, up yonder. He said, what's on your mind? And he was standing there, and there was an old cat. And that cat was arching its back and going around him and rubbing itself on his leg, and it was aggravating him, and he'd every once in a while kick at it. And when he kicked at it, he farted. I don't know whether he's hard of hearing and didn't realize he was farting, or didn't feel it or what, but he'd kick at that cat and he'd fart. Every time that cat would get up against him, he'd kick at it and he'd fart. That's all Bill could do, to just laugh out loud at him. And we talked about it after that, and we've talked about it a lot of times since then, laughed at that old man that every time he kicked at that cat, he farted. Well, that's the way I am now. I'm an old man, and every time I get up out of a chair, I might fart. Start out across the floor, and I might fart all the way to the next room.
Ew! Just like Nana. No, we can't say that about Nana.
And it's dangerous. What the church? In church, pastor, he has a standing up, sitting down, standing up, sitting down. Before the service starts, before he finally gets, I don't know how many times he might have us stand up and then sit down. Stand up to read the scripture. Stand up to sing a praise song. Stand up for this. Stand up for that. Now, I got to where I don't stand up anymore. I blame it on my back. Until it makes my back hurt. Hurts me to get standing up and sitting down so much. So a lot of times when he's doing that to us, I just sit there. But one of the reasons that my back does hurt, but one of the reasons is I might just fart. And whenever you fart, you don't know that it's only going to be just a fart. And it might smell bad. And it might be loud. I mean, I might stand up, rip one off. The whole church would be looking at me. So I don't stand up and sit down there as much as Pastor wants us to. Even at ball games, standing up to cheer for the team, you got to be careful. And when the ball game's over, you've been sitting there on the bleachers a long time, and when you start down them bleachers, you got to get hold of that handrail. Now, granted, I need to get that handrail because my knees don't work good either. There's always danger of me falling down going down steps. But going down through them bleachers, every time you go down and that foot hits the ground, that's ajar. I don't want to do that right in the middle of the crowd, going out. Well, I don't know. This video probably not what you expected it to be, but getting old's not what I expected it to be. There's other things too. But these boys got a kick out of it today, I guess. March 20th, that's my birthday. I'll be 76. So, if you think about me, wish me a happy birthday. This will be my birthday video this year. I'm a hard times guy. Have a good day. I can see it's a mistake having you boys here today. All you want to do is give me a hard time. Cut up over there. You think that's really funny, don't you?
My name is Dawson Luke Johnson. My name is Clayton. It's Savage Jax J here. Why does it say Savage Jax J? Because that's my YouTube name.